Hi guys, Charlie Tango 1 here. Just thought I'd do another little video. I was looking at a few videos and over these little stoves, what they call feast stoves, and the main reason why I wanted to have a go at one was because I wanted to try and get them smaller, and I've got this one a little bit smaller than this one. You can see there's not much difference, but it is a bit smaller. And for the main reason, for when I was perking my coffee the other day, I've got the little black stand, and I think that will go in it. So I've actually made that so that it fits, and the bottom of the coffee percolator just sits nicely on that when this is in the stand. So as I was doing that, I thought I'd mess around with this one as well. So I've got another little item I can discuss, but what I thought I'd do is I thought I'd have a go and do a boil test. Is it a boil test? Yeah, that's what we do, isn't it? A boil test. Well, let's get a few bits and bobs out of here. But I'm not going to do it in this pot. I'm going to do it in, I'll put that there. They're one of my little meth stoves that I've actually made, so we'll see where it goes from there. Actually, I wasn't going to use the meth stove as such. That's it, I had to think about that then. What I'm doing is I'm getting up there. I'm using the cage that I put it in because, as Hyam says, it has the sweet 1 inch on it. So, what's that? Well, that's the same as well. Right, so what I'm going to do is I think I might just use this one, but what I want to do is I just want to poke my little wick down a little bit more. Managed to get some what the old plumbers use, what I used to use when I used to do plumbing. Jack of all trades, master of two. You get this asbestos, like an asbestos mat. Getting on those lines anyway. But some of these other ones that you get, and they're not much bigger than, I think they're about that square. Hanging up, looking all pretty, everything else got a little loop bit in it so you can whack it up behind the old tap or pipe or something if you save you burning the wall. £34. I thought, yeah, having a laugh. So I went to my old I think it was Tools R Us or something or other like, and they had one of them in there. Don't even know what I've done with it. Oh, here it is. Excuse me, let me just get it. And I cut a little inch off for that. That's all, just an inch. Now, there's the mat. And all I've done was cut an inch off, slithered off. The off cut I put in a little jar with some wicks that I've got for me little candle lighters, candles. Right, so let's get wheels in motion, shall we? Let's use this little one. And while this is boiling, I've something. I don't know how much to put in here. So what I'm going to do is you can only go up to there. Let's put that in, see what that does. I'll put it over here so we can it's out of the way while we're talking. What have I got here? Fire that up. Come on, get it, let's see. That's it. Pair of scissors that is. There we go, let's put that on there as well. Although it's not going to blank that off, it will do eventually when it gets down through into the wick. So I'll put my little Trangier kettle on there, that'll do that, won't it? See what happens there. Same as a Trangier I suppose really, but there you go. But I say it's not designed for that, it's designed for me perculator, which as I say, the bottom of the percolator sits on that top housing. Oh, here she goes. And it comes up lovely. So the centre's gone out. Let's just turn the lights out so you can see what's going on, I hope. Yes, let's turn that a tad, you can see that, can't you? I'll turn the other light out for a second. There we go, you can see that going. It's going like a good one, that one, isn't it? Right, lights back on. Right, well that's it's going like a good one, isn't it? And the middle is not burning, it's just gone out. So that's handy, isn't it? Right, now what I was going to talk about is bear with me. Yeah, on eBay, on YouTube, I was watching some chaps that was making these, and also refills. These here, refilling these up. You can get the smaller one as well, you know, half that size. Refilling them up. Now in I think it was in Korea or no, it's China. In China, they got this dear little alloy converter, they say, and there was one chap in there called chucking up some meat, that is, said that you can salvage a lighter. I'm just keeping an eye on that, mate, because that's going off a good one there. A lighter that's got a adjustable flame. You want the little white plastic bit apparently in there. You might have seen the video. You don't want the spring and all the other bits and pieces, but apparently you want the white because it's a reducer. And then it says the reducer goes on, and all the gas lighter refill bottle goes on the top of this. I thought, yeah, right, okay. Now they wanted about £17 for this little thing, and it's only ½ inch long. Cool, it's giving off some meat, that is. So I'm going to find something to take the lid off of that in a minute, because it's a bit too warm, that is, for that. Anyway, carry on, getting distracted here. And then I see another video, and he didn't want that little tiny thing there, and I thought, well, I'm glad I didn't order that from China, because he's telling me, or he was telling me and showed me, you can get this, put this in the freezer overnight or something to really cool it down, and it'll take the gas easier. It says do not refill, but you can, if you're careful, do it at your own risk. I've done 2 of them today. Now you can put that straight in there because it's a cell seal valve. Just push it down, away it goes, right? And but you have to watch it for how much you put in. Now I weighed one of these with my little scales, and it goes 22 fluid ounces. I've weighed the whole thing. We've got a rolling boil here. Good God. Rolling boil there. How long did that take? Cool, I couldn't believe that. I'll let that burn down. What was that? 3 minutes. Rolling boil. A dear little thing like that. There you go. I'll put this on the mat because it might get a bit too hot there. Oh. Right, that'll go out in a minute. I haven't got anything to snuff it out with. Oh, it's that, yeah. Right. Sorted. There you go. I knew they'd come in handy for something. Right. Oh, that's a wee bit warm, that, is it not? Right, now back to this. Keep getting sidetracked, don't I weighed this to complete the bottle, everything, and it comes out at 22 fluid ounces or 627 grams. So I thought, right, if anything, because I did use this when I was testing a little burners that I bought, I thought, well, I've used some gas out of this, so I better replace it. So I had a go at replacing it with this, no problem at all, and I hadn't put that in the freezer then. I've done it in here, and I've got the heater on low because I've got my industrial machine there. I don't want to get that ruined, so I have to have a heating on low. I put a little bit of that in there, then I went and weighed it on the scales. Those little narrow, these little narrow. Where are we? Oh, just turned it on now. Oh, well, what's that there? These little scales, they're lovely little things, these are. Look, beautiful little things, very flat. Anyway, I weighed it on them, and I thought, right, okay, fine. Still needed to put some more in it, so I thought, well, that's not a problem, because now it gives me a chance to use this other item that I purchased. Excuse me, I'm just putting stuff back. Limited to space here. Let's get that out of the way. And what I did see on eBay, I think it was, made in South Korea. And this is something else that when I just googled it, like, you know, and I came across this little thing. And basically you just screw this on the top of here, you just screw it on there, like so. Make sure that this is off. Make sure you got that turned off, and when it is off, where are we? Did it last time. Goes on itself there like that. Easy packaging. So make sure it's off, screw it on there, then you get another bottle. I haven't got one with me, I thought I had them both in here, and you screw it on there. But again, make sure this one's come out the freezer. Screw it on there so they're both tight. Open the valve. You can hear it go in. It goes in there quite nicely, nice. So I've done it for about, oh, I don't know. If you're empty, well, you can get hold of one of these things, put the whole lot of that in, I should think. Or if you haven't got one of those, you can go to B&Q's and you get these cans. They're for a blowtorch, you know, you screw the blowtorch on. These threads here, these and these, they're all universal. So this will fit them all. So you haven't got to worry about, oh, I wonder if it's the same thread, you know. Is it UNF or Whitworth or whatever? Well, Whitworth and all that is all gone now, and it's all metric, isn't it? But these are cheaper than what those are. That's the whole idea of transferring it or refilling these up, is because these come out a lot cheaper than what they are. But at the end of the day, it's entirely up to the individual who wants to whether I want to go down that road or not. But that's what I decided to do, and I thought, oh, that's lovely. So I've now got a half camping stove that I have been using. So because I'd used some of this to refill the small one up, which I use in my overnight bag, I thought, well, I'll have to replenish this now. So what I'd done is I had a half bottle of I had one of these, must have been a good half full or something or other like. So what I've done is, again, I couldn't weigh that because I haven't got a full one. If I knew how much it was, then I'd write on the bottom how much is in it, like that. Then you know. So I just replenished that using this new little gadget that arrived today. Brilliant little thing that is. I'm well pleased. It's called an update. I don't know what the other one was, but this is an update from it, and this is titanium. This is, and I think it was silly money. I couldn't believe it. It was about £8, I think. You know, not really. All right, you think, well, £8, it's a lot of money for a little thing like that. But when you look at what's gone into it, you know, I mean, you got oil seals in there, these little valves and everything, and I don't think it matters which way round you go, whether you're that way up or that way up. At the end of the day, as long as that's closed, that's all that really matters. So there you go, that's that little thing done. I was well pleased with that. As I say, that rolling boil of water, that was about 2.5 minutes, that was, something like that, and I thought, well, that's pretty quick, that is. So anyway, there's my little update video. I've got some little sticks here. These little things around here, all the bits of pine stick. Put them in these little jars, and just fill them up with mess, and just leave them in there to soak. Another thing I've got is some little cocktail sticks in a urine sample bottle. Get them online as well, or you can get the food standard ones, test tube things with a screw cap. You can get them also. You use them. I've got some of them that's turned up, so I'm going to be putting more bits and bobs in there. I'm just trying to cut down on the bulk, not so much the weight, but the bulk, so I can, if you like, get more of the bits and pieces in there, in the bag. Whether I need it or not is neither here nor there, but I call it P&P, preparation and planning, and I like to have everything with me, so that you never know what's going to happen. You think, oh yeah, I've got that, and away you go, get it out of the bag, and there you go. So I think that just concludes it now. So don't forget, you can get these refills. They're cheap enough, directly into the big bottle, but do it at your own risk. I say I've done it. As long as you're careful and you ain't got flames or anything, you know, naked flame around, you should be all right. So there you go. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheerio.